What's going on, YouTube? Just wanted to make a quick video about this tech target that I got from the garage bin of stuff that I just recently acquired. Geez, I think it was last month. But obviously you can see this is already modified, but I will take this apart and at my bench, or I'll take it apart here just so you guys can see the internals. This is a very easy to mod blaster. Checking online through Facebook, I've seen this blaster actually 4, 5, 6 times, so it is definitely out there. It is definitely cheap, so hopefully if you are able to pick one up, please do so. The only thing about this is obviously this is a single shot. You have to ramrod unless if you create a breach or some type of hopper system in this. For this blaster, I am leaving it as is, but wanted to let you guys kind of see the process if you haven't seen a tech target before. The seal on this is pretty decent. Slow leak. So overall, shoots really well. Nice plunger volume. I think I already said it, but 4-inch barrel CPVC. You could use brass. I don't know if you can use PETG, but I would stick with brass or CPVC, maybe aluminum. But again, very easy blaster to modify. So let's go to the internals. So when you take apart this blaster, there are the screws, nothing hidden, and that's pretty easy to do. But the very tip here was some glue. So when I had to try to remove the two halves, I did have to kind of gently force this part of the shells apart. So like I said, there was a little bit of glue, but after you could kind of stick a small screwdriver, or I stuck an X-Acto blade in there and I kind of wiggled it around, I was able to pop that off with the glue there. So unless if the one you get is completely glued in multiple places, hopefully it isn't, that was the only area that I had an issue with. So this is the plunger tube that I have. So on the stock plunger tube, the very front here protruded a little bit, and then there was the air restrictor that attached to this. And the air restrictor had a gap of maybe 3 millimeters, and this had a lip that stuck out about that same amount, so it could fit and mate together. Overall, though, I did not change anything with the plunger tube system. Spring, everything is exactly the same. I cut this off, removed the air restrictor, and then on this barrel, I basically jammed a CPVC barrel into the existing barrel, and it fit pretty tight. I had to actually really shove this in there, so this thing is not, it's just friction fit. It's not going to move. If you want to remove the CPVC barrel out of here, you'll definitely need to either sand down the CPVC barrel or remount the orange barrel. But with these two together, when you put them into the blaster, there is going to be a small gap. So let me show you that. And the gap is there because of the air restrictor piece that was there. So as you can see, small gap. So you have two options. The air restrictor, and I apologize that I don't have it. With the air restrictor, you could remove the center of the air restrictor so that it's just the cap with a hole, and then put it into this middle here, and then glue everything up. So what I have is this rubber gasket, and I found that by placing the rubber gasket, which also conveniently is, let me take this out, rubber gasket is pretty much the exact same size as the plunger tube, but basically all this together fit up really well and really snug for the entire blaster. So let me just put that all together so you guys can see what that looks like. So plunger tube, rubber gasket, and you just kind of I had to just make sure that everything was kind of lined up and centered. So as you can see, plunger tube, rubber gasket, barrel. And again, the seal is really good. I could probably seal all this up as well if I wanted to with glue, tape, whatever, but I mean, I didn't really find it that necessary. Still shoots pretty well. I don't have a chronograph, but shoots across the basement, which is, you know, about 40-ish feet, really well. So I would say maybe it averages about 60 feet-ish. So can't complain when the only modification you're doing to this is removing this, trimming that down, putting in this gasket, popping in a barrel. Maybe 10 minutes, probably took less time than this actual video itself to actually tell you guys about it. But if you ever find a Tech Target, definitely pick one up. Awesome mod, quick mod. Alright guys, see you later.